Hello. I want to talk about the expat. There's an expat in the Philippines that who used to run a very successful poverty porn. Now he's living on a hundred a month grocery. That's the topic. $100 a month grocery or 5,000 peso. That is what, according to him, I'm not going to name. Uh, so he used to he was English. He was English, and then he's been living in the U.S. for quite some time. So he's getting Social Security from the U.S. and also from UK. And then lately, I just saw a video. My viewer alert me uh, of his situation, and because I think something about when you are in when you are, let's say when you're on Social Security, I guess it's the same in the U.S. or in UK. If you live in another country, so basically, especially when you are very much old, like older, person, let's say in maybe 70 or 80, something like that, they would occasionally they will send you a letter. Then you have to I don't know, you have to call in, or you have to respond back, like make sure you're still alive. Otherwise, they will cut your social security. And I think that's what happened to him, to his pension in UK. For some reason, by the mail or something, there's a problem, responding back, and then he was not able to receive his pension, his social security from UK. But he said, according to him, his social security in the US is fine. He was grateful to America. So now he was talking about that he's on a strict budget of 5,000 peso. That's equivalent to about $100 a month for grocery. Uh, you know, I don't know, is it true or not? I don't really know. And then 5,000 peso, it seems like pretty tight. But I'm not in the Philippines. I don't know much about even though I was just back in the Philippines. I felt, for me, honestly, I don't think Philippines is cheap. I don't know. I just said, I went to the grocery. I was looking at the prices. I remember even myself, I having a hard time to buy fruits. Like I sometimes, I just feel like I had to eat apple. I want to buy apple, and it was so expensive. I think like maybe 2 3 apples will cost me like 300. So almost like 100 peso each apple. And then if I have to convert that to US dollar, I said, wow, $2. It is to 100 peso is about $2 for one apple. I said, that's ridiculous. I buy this at all these supermarket here. It will cost me like maybe $2.50 for one bag of apple. That you get like 6 to 7 pieces. So I just feel like there's certain food is not cheap in the Philippines. Uh, the other things I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Like if you go to the mall, if you go to the mall, like you go to those fast food, I think you can get like 120 meals. Like you get the chicken, like especially that I think chicken in asal, and then give you rice, and that's a one meal. It would probably cost you like 120 peso or 100. So that's about $2, right? $2. Yeah, I think if you go to fast food and then you compare here in the U.S., let's say if you go to the McDonald's, the McDonald's, the special sales right now is about $5, You get a French fry and burger, something like that, and a soda for $5. So if you compare that, it's cheap. But other than that, I don't think Philippines is that cheap. Unless you're gonna be cooking for yourself, maybe you save money. Um, so now he's complaining about that, and then at one time, this gentleman was he has like I said, has a very successful uh, poverty porn YouTube channel, uh, cater to like try to help the poor people in the Philippines, but at the same time he was also helping himself. And but this video I don't want to concentrate on that one because I'm done with that one. But I just want to share with you, just if you are a foreigner on Social Security and then you're gonna go to live in another country, you gotta have you have to have a reserve cash. You got to have reserve money in case something like that happen. Uh, so you can be okay for a couple of months. At least I'm always very careful because I experienced hardship at one time in my life, so I don't want to experience that again. I promised myself I don't want to go through that, so I'm very careful with money. You gotta have reserve cash for the what you call the financial advisor will tell you like a 9 months, but I would say a year probably, emergency cash. So something like that happen, you have the money to spend, or worst case scenario, if you have to come back here to your country to fix it, you have the cash to do that. Otherwise you be in trouble. And then you don't want to get stuck in a foreign country, something like that. So I wonder why do they call it poverty porn? Maybe because it can be very addictive, and I know that it can be very addictive. That's why I keep saying to people, if you like to watch that, you want to watch the homeless or the poor people, uh, just like keep your wallet tight. If once you gave, you're gonna be vulnerable. You're gonna keep giving. I've been through that. I don't want that. Now I tell people I'm a poor guy. I'm on Social Security, minimum Social Security, and I'm on a very tight budget. So and I'm so proud of it. I'm telling you, I am much happier. I just have to worry about myself right now. I don't have to worry about other people because before I always like thinking for other people before myself, and then it just bring you disappointment. You'll be disappointed. You sometimes you give people money. Uh, I randomly I give out money to people before because I like to I believe spread the wealth. I keep saying that, and also like spread love. Something like that. But then you just realize you give people money, and then this seems like don't appreciate it. And then what? You end up like you you're the loser. And then of course the Bible teaches like you have to give. When you give back 10%. No, when you give money like to the church or something like that, you will gain back 10%, right? uh, do I believe that? No, I don't. I don't. I remember when I like when we hit bottom at that time. At one time we were not rich, and then we were fortunate that one of our relative helped us get into manufacturing, and we were, in the manufacturing, and we were very successful, and the money was just keep flowing in. And I remember my mother doesn't know how to handle money. She was always very generous. She if people in need, ask her, for money. Even she doesn't know that person, she'll just give money, just like that. And she's also very generous with friends. And then when we hit the rock bottom, and kind of teach me a lesson, because I remember I was probably 18 years old, and then the only things I have in the room is one bed. I only have a piece of bed, my bed, and then a radio. That's it. We don't even have a sitting chair. Nothing else. Just one bed and a radio, to entertain me. And then I remember, because I was struggling, and then I have to go see my uncle. I have to go see my uncle, trying to, ask, to help me either find something to do or a job or something like that. I went to see my uncle. I'm not saying that he was okay. He was just like okay. Then I went to his house. He got all the, very nice place. He got like furniture, TV, refrigerator, and then we got nothing. We don't have refrigerator. Like I said, all we have is a piece of bed and a radio. And then I was looking at the furniture. Most of them came from us. And then, can you imagine that feeling that you just feel very sad? I was depressed at that time. I was also depressed. I was young and said, this you used to be, our refrigerator, our TV, because at that time, like I said, my mother was very generous. Like if she want to change, let's say, the TV or something like that, you want to get a bigger one, and then she give the other one to family member or friends, or sometimes she will give a brand new to friends or family. She was like that. And then and then at that time I said, I thought we're supposed to get 10% back. What happened? And kind of teach me a lesson, and then just to be very careful with money. I have to admit, sometimes I still spend like crazy, but now I have to be very careful now. I don't want to. Like I said, when you own like 60, 70, if you fumble and you go down, it's not easy to recover. It's different story when you are in your 20, 30s. You can easily recover because you're young. You can still work, but not now. Not in our age right now. So be very careful. Be very careful with your. Always remember that it's not like, let's say maybe you're making good money right now, but it's not going to be like that forever. It's the same thing with this expat. He used to run a very successful channel here on YouTube. I think at one time he was making like maybe 10,000 to 15,000. Some of those YouTuber, they make a killing. They make good money. Once you're right there, sometimes the success would kind of blind you. You think that you are so powerful, and you like nothing gonna break you. You think it's gonna keep going up, like sometimes you feel like the stock market, right? you think the stock will just keep going up and never come down, right? And all of a sudden it came down, and then what are you gonna do? That's life. So anyway, be very careful, guys. Yeah, enjoy life, but at the same time, be very careful the way how you manage. Should you be very generous? Now, in my experience, I am going to be generous by just saying good word. Like I feel like I can also contribute. It's not always money, to help people, but just giving advice or be nice, smile to people, something like that, or say something nice to people, make their day, make them happy. I think that's more. Be generous on that terms, but not just money, because I keep hearing people say you should be very generous, like that. I don't know. I don't, like I said, the whole thing changed, my outlook on life right now. Um, for me, I'm going to be generous with what advice, being nice to people, smile. I was when I go to the store, I always greet people with a smile, or say something nice. I feel that that's my generosity right now. Instead of just chucking out money, uh, I don't do that anymore. Like I used to do big tips on when I go eat. I hardly go out and eat, but I was giving out maybe too much. My boss, my boss, she will give tips like whatever is the minimum is like 20 is one time is at 15%, she give 15%. If it's 20%, she go with 20%. That's it. This is a billionaire, and they go by the whatever is required. Uh, anyway, so let me know your thought on this video. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye bye.